Well, hello, friends and neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor here, and welcome to my deck. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, just gorgeous. I'm so thankful to have a moment to share a bit of whiskey with you. Today I want to talk about a Scotch. This time it's going to be a 12-year-old Scotch. This is a Highland Scotch. It's got some Ex-Bourbon, some Ex-Sherry. We'll share what I think about it, kind of what tasting notes I get, and we'll just have a little conversation about Glen 12-year-old Scotch. Hey, thanks for staying with me through the break. Just the other day, I shot a video about some blended Scotch, very, very affordable. And I will say, in my market here in Alberta, Canada, this 12-year-old Scotch is also very affordable. I don't know very much about Glen. I know it's a Highland Scotch. I know it's on the east, more easterly edge of Scotland. Of course, I haven't been to Scotland yet. One day, I very much hope that is in my future. But this Glen is got some very interesting things to it. One is, it's got an age stamp. It's 12 years old. Another, right on here, not chill filtered. Fantastic. Another, it tells you right on here, look, not chill filtered, 12 years old, that it is Ex-Bourbon and Ex-Sherry casks. So, that's pretty cool. Another thing, I meant to say, it's been released at 48%. So it should have a nice amount of strength in it that you can add water as you want to get it to exactly where you want. Sometimes it's a challenge when it comes out at 40, if you like to add or put a bit of water to express some maybe more smoke notes, that it starts to get fairly weak. Anyways, I'm rambling. I really like the presentation. It comes in a nice box, kind of a natural box, and the fact that it's very natural, unchill filtered. It doesn't tell me on here that it's not colored, but given that it's 12 years and it does mention Ex-Sherry, I want to believe that it's not colored. But someone in the European market or German market might comment for sure because they have to tell you if it's colored. Let me know. I believe it's uncolored. It's certainly non-chill filtered because it says so. All right, let's talk a little bit about whiskey. This nose has some really nice fruit notes that come up for me. The cut orchard fruits, but you got to add something richer to it. More like a whole fruit cup. I've opened up a fruit cup and I've got some peeled grapes, some cut cherry, but not very distinctive fruits. It's more just that it has a nice fruity aroma, even a little bit of flour in there. High sweetness, vanilla, honey. A little bit of spicing. That's kind of the nose. Later on, I'm going to talk about this in comparison to Deanston 12, another affordable and clearly unchill filtered and non-colored, 46%, 46.3. So I thought that'll be a kind of an interesting comparison. I like the nose. See what it tastes like. Sláinte. Lots of good flavor in this palate. I've got, at first, fruit came in pretty quick, but actually got really answered by cinnamons and clove. There's a pleasing tannic nature, like a black tea. Quite a bit of spicing. Could be the heat, right? 48% is fairly strong. So some of that on my tongue is just, this is a fairly strong dram. Nice oak, a little bit of leather, tiny bit of smoke. And there, dry some of those fruits. So take some of those lighter red fruits, you know, sultana raisins and whatnot, but really get them into that little bit of leathered fruit or dried fruit. Yeah, some dried fruit. It's a tasty dram. You know, I had Glen with my cousin Brad about 3 years ago, and I enjoyed it, but I don't remember thinking, hey, this is remarkable. I've had this on my shelf, not opened, for quite a while. Finally, you know, had a chance to open it, and I am very much impressed with this dram. And in my market, it's about $55 Canadian, which is really, really great for everything that I read out about this bottle, for its high ABV, for its non-chill filtered nature. And I think it strikes a good balance between, you know, those vanillas, light caramels and toffees that you're getting from your ex-bourbons, in my opinion. And then there's definitely sherry influence in here. For me, it's that brighter fruit on the nose that becomes a bit dried or leathered in the palate. I like this dram far more than I remember. When I first had it, I thought it was pleasing, but it just didn't stand out. Now, for me, I believe this is a fantastic value in my market. And, you know, I was sharing the other day about a great blended scotch, and it was fine, and it was half this price. But this is when, like, if I were to pour these against each other, like, this is what you go back for. This has the flavors that you're looking for to be brighter, more expressive, stronger. This is a good dram. For me, 4, little over, little more, 4, 4.5, 4.25 stars, but 4 stars for sure, and a recommend. All right, before I hit it with water, I actually want to try it against Deanston. You know, Deanston 12, we would all know it here in the community as Ralphie's pick of, was it this year or last? No, now I'm forgetting it. But it right away, you know, it's unchill filtered, not colored, 46.3%, so close to 48. Only ex-bourbon though, definitely natural color. You can't really see, I don't think, but I feel like both of these are natural color, and it really shows. Look, we've got some sherry cask influence with the Glen, whereas the Deanston 12 is just ex-bourbon. But it's another really well put together bottle, decently affordable, and I feel, you know, small batch, and with that unchill filtered, non-colored, it's, you know, doing a few things right. Now it's like a contrast nose, so really stands out is the lemon nature. And here now, the Christmas fruits. That's how I would say it. Santa. This is a brighter dram. Someone made the comment, one of my videos, that I tend to be drawn toward ex-bourbon. It might be true, but this is very expressive. Nice oak, nice, as I said, citrus, bright citrus. It's a brighter, in a sense, sharper dram, but in a flavor sense. So it's not sharp like, you know, I'm not liking it. I'm drawn in. It's expressive. When I come to the Glen, yeah, Christmas fruits and spicing and Christmas cake. I didn't get that right away, but in contrast, definitely. Almost at 48 now, almost a little smoother in the palate. I'm getting a little bit of that dried leather, a little bit of chocolate. I know I said that yesterday too, but definitely from that ex-sherry. I could go either way with these drams. The Glen is that good. We know that I like Deanston. I think I probably gave this 4.5. Today, right now, I'm really liking this Glen. And I could say, oh, I wanted to just put a couple of drops of water in just to see if anything, whoa, that's a lot of water. Yeah, that's what I meant, just a couple of drops. To see if anything shifts in either of these drams, but I would take either one. I'm really surprised at how much I'm liking this Glen right now. Yeah, nose moved a little more towards spicing, a little off the fruits. This nose became sharp. More malt sugars, malt, grain, cereal. More oak. Yeah, palate. I'll go to Deanston. Actually relaxed it a little bit. Kind of made some nice, now a nice malt nature. Coating a bit in the palate. You'd think with water sometimes it washes it out, but this was nice and coating. Vanilla, light toffee. Water made that almost a little more pleasing. Not that sharp, but I like the sharp, but it relaxed it nicely. Thankfully, this kept some of the cinnamon, which I like. But it also was a little more relaxing. Now almost berries as opposed to leathered fruit in the palate. Yeah, actually water changed these, and both in positive directions. Neither of them became, a one note or dominant one way or the other. I find with time this one's a little spicier. This one presents sharper, but this one builds up a little more spicing on the edges of my palate. Wow. You can tell I like both these drams. Thanks so much for joining me on this really gorgeous Sunday on my deck. I hope you and your family are well. Till the next time.